Okay, so how many times you end up with identifying the root cause as the contaminated glassware? How many times you come across the unknown peak, the extra peak into your sample or the standard preparations? Now, this could be the reason that your glassware cleaning method is not properly validated. It is inadequate, and this is the time you must look into how to validate your glassware cleaning method so that we will not end up with such kind of non-conformities. And if you are looking forward for the glassware cleaning, then this video is for you. So in this video I'm going to explain you how one can undertake the glassware cleaning validation appropriately inside the analytical lab. So let us understand what is the purpose of conducting the glassware cleaning validation. And the purpose is very obvious, right? We need to understand the effectiveness of the cleaning process and what kind of materials that we are testing into the laboratories. So the first step is you need to identify the list of all the materials which are coming inside the lab. And if you are working into the formulation unit, probably you will have very big list. So you can think of making the list of all the APIs which are coming inside the lab. So once you got the list of all the materials, then the second step is you're identifying the solubility of these materials into a water. Now, what is the purpose of identifying the solubility in the water? Because most of the times your final cleaning agent is going to be water. And how you are going to determine the solubility? You can determine based on to the literature published or based on to the specification that you have. Now, what is meant by the degree of water solubility now? Degree of water solubility is what? The extent of solubility of that material inside the water. And remember one thing, that if the material is highly soluble in the water, then you must give 1 as the degree of water solubility. And if the material is sparingly soluble or insoluble in the water, then that must have the highest degree of water solubility. Means maybe you can say 7. So easily water soluble means 1 degree. And highly insoluble in water means let us say 10 degree. So this is the way you can increase the number when the materials moves towards the water insolubility. The second step is you need to, or the third step is you need to identify the physical appearance of the material. Now, which material is easy to identify? Which material's traces you can easily identify onto the into the glassware surface? It is the colored material, right? If material is having green color, those traces can be easily identified onto the glassware surface. If the material is red in color, the traces of the material can be easily identified onto the surface of the glass. But if the material is, let us say, white, will you be able to identify those traces onto the surface of the glass? If for reason the material is not, the glassware is not properly cleaned, you will not, right? So you need to identify that the degree of the physical appearance or the color of the material. And what is the rule over here? The material which is easy to identify shall have the minimum degree of appearance or the color. Now, in case which material is easy to identify? Is it the colored material or the white material? It's colored material, right? So like red colored material is, for example, easy to identify. Then give the 1 degree of color or appearance to the red colored material, right? And which material will not be easy to identify? The white colored material. Or in case if there are 3 different white colored materials now, okay, because many APIs are white colored APIs. But out of that, probably some APIs may give very transparent solution. So that material is very difficult to identify, and you can give the highest degree of color or highest degree of appearance to that substance, maybe 10. Now, are you ready with your matrix? The first matrix is what? The degree of solubility inside the water. The second matrix is what? The degree of color or appearance for all the materials. You need to do a very simple thing now. Just calculate the product of this degree of color in into the degree of color solubility or degree of water solubility. Suppose one material has the degree of water solubility as the 10, and the degree of the color is also 10. The 10 into 10 becomes 100. So the more is the number of the higher is the number of this product, multiplication product, then that becomes your worst case scenario, and you can select that particular material as your candidate to evaluate your glassware cleaning validation, because this material becomes the worst case scenario in your case. And this is how you need to now perform the glassware cleaning by using this one selected material. So contaminate the glasswares, select the set of the glasswares, maybe the pipettes, the volumetric flasks, the burettes, the SPLC mobile phase bottles, the conical flasks. Select those materials and then purposefully contaminate all these glasswares by the highest possible stock solution of this particular API. So keep it overnight, soak it overnight in the material to have the maximum impact, and then next day you follow your cleaning glassware cleaning procedure and clean all these contaminated glasswares. Dry properly in the oven, and then now you need to rinse this glassware with the appropriate solution, appropriate diluent, the diluent in which the selected material must be soluble, and collect this rinse, right? Collect this rinse maybe into SPLC vial, and then analyze using the suitable technique. If you are using SPLC technique, analyze this rinsed solution by using SPLC technique. If you are using GC technique, analyze this rinse solution by using gas chromatography technique, and then identify what are the traces that you are getting after the glasswares are properly cleaned. But remember one thing, your method of analysis must be properly validated. You must have the LOQ as low as possible. And then identify how much of the traces you are finding at the end of the analysis. So what should be your acceptance criteria of the analysis? You should not get any extra peak into the chromatogram. And second thing is what? The value of or the quantity of the leftover material should not be more than LOD, limit of detection. That indicates that now your cleaning method is able to clean the leftover material quantity effectively. Similarly, you can also think about performing the cleaning validation for the cleaning detergent like Extran or Labolin. If you are using these materials, this detergent for the glassware cleaning, isn't it important to understand the traces of those cleaning agents onto the surface of the glassware? It is important, right? So identify in the similar way what are the traces of these detergents onto the surface of the glassware in the same way. So you can clean the glassware with the detergents, dry it, and then again rinse the glassware by using the solvent in which this detergent are freely soluble. So collect the solvents, collect this rinse solution, and then analyze this rinse solution of now so-called detergent by using suitable technique. I have seen people using UV spectrophotometry for determination of the quantity of the extract solution or the laboratory solution. Identify the absorbance value what you are getting of the specific concentration of the detergent solution. Identify the LOD, LOQ, and then confirm, what is the absorbance you are getting out of the rinsed glassware solution. And if that absorbance is less than LOD value, then you can confirm that yes, now my detergent is below LOD, and hence whatever cleaning process to remove the detergent is also effective. So this is the way one can easily validate the glassware cleaning process. for the worst case material, maybe API that is coming into your lab, right? And the second is what? Your detergents, which you are using for the glassware cleaning. I hope now you must have got an idea how one can conduct the glassware cleaning validation. So please put into comment box what are the another ways you think that can be used to evaluate the glassware cleaning method. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will meet you soon with another such kind of informative, useful videos. Till then, take care and bye bye. See you soon.